My cousin cropped the rooftop photo, and Theo quit calling Lena just a work friend. The cabin got weird over pancakes. We were in the Blue Ridge for my grandmother's birthday. All cousins and partners packed into one rental with one long breakfast counter where everybody heard everything. Theo came with me because, until that morning, he was still the boyfriend my family treated like a near-future fiancé. The problem had started in June with Lena. Theo said she was loud, sloppy with boundaries, and nothing I needed to worry about. I wanted to believe that. I also noticed he got more careful with his phone right around the time he stopped mentioning her. Then there was the Asheville weekend. He told me it was a guy's trip with 2 college friends. Cabin, bourbon stops, baseball game, bad signal. The story mostly held, but the details slipped. He texted me a motel selfie in a flannel I bought him, then missed my call for 5 hours and blamed a mountain dead zone. I let it go because my aunt was in chemo. What I did not tell Theo was that I had seen Lena post a skyline shot that same weekend, then delete it by Monday. At the cabin, my cousin Tori was making a scrapbook. She had everyone airdropping summer photos so she could print Grandma a mini album before cake. She hates drama and thinks labeled pages can save a family. Saturday morning, she was sorting photos on her laptop, while my mother browned sausage and my uncles argued about fishing. Theo was pouring coffee. I was cutting fruit. Tori clicked into a folder from a friend's Asheville birthday because she wanted to steal the rooftop idea for brunch. Then she laughed and said, "Sadie, isn't this Theo?" She turned the laptop. It was a rooftop group photo at dusk. 7 people around a high-top table. In the far right corner, half cut off by the frame, was Theo in my flannel. His hand was low on a woman's back. The woman was Lena. Theo said, "Fast. That's not what it looks like." My aunt said people end up in group photos all the time. My mother asked why he was in Asheville with Lena, if the weekend was just guy friends. Theo said Lena's group ran into theirs and everyone bar hopped together. He said I was about to embarrass both of us over a cropped picture. That might have stayed muddy if Tori had not zoomed in trying to prove it was nothing. She enlarged the corner, and the second clue landed right there. Theo was wearing a resort wristband from High Laurel Lodge. He told me that weekend, his motel had paper key cards and no amenities because it was basically a highway dump. Now my brother leaned over and asked why a highway dump needed resort bands. Theo said the guys switched hotels last minute. My mother asked why he never mentioned Lena being part of any of it. Tori, who had realized she had stepped on a mine, clicked to the next image in the burst. Same rooftop, slightly different angle. Theo looking down at Lena while she laughed. His hands still at her waist. Her fingers hooked through his belt loop. Nobody needed a third photo. Now, to be fair, that still did not prove they slept together. It proved overlap, lying, and a level of comfort you do not stumble into by accident. People could still argue Theo was stupid, not cheating. They could say Lena was flirty with everyone and Tori made it worse by zooming. They could say I had already been suspicious and wanted a public answer. What nobody at that counter could argue with was that Theo built me a fake travel story, used bad signal and guy nostalgia as cover, and got caught because my cousin tried to make Grandma a scrapbook. I did not scream. I told him he could finish the trip in the downstairs bunk room or leave and drive home. My mother took the knife out of my hand without asking. Tori shut the laptop. Theo kept saying the photos made it look dirtier than it was. Maybe. By the time pancakes hit the table, my family was no longer asking whether I was overreacting. They were asking how long Theo had expected me to stay polite enough not to connect what was right in front of me.